Greetings out of the way, Wollard moved on to the day's agenda. "Today is a momentous day for House Jakabitus," he said, glancing back down at his papers. "Lady Jakabitus will not be enjoying breakfast with her family this morning. Chef Barspars has already provided her ladyship with a small repast, which should keep her going until lunch. Her ladyship's military advisors have requested a supplementary briefing this morning, during which Lady Jakabitus will be updated on the status of this planet's ongoing war with the forces of the detestable Hahn Empire over the planet Ophion 6. My protege and I shall attend this meeting as the formalities dictate." A young woman raised her hand and said, "Query?" Wollard stopped reading from the agenda and addressed the young woman. "I recognize Schley, deliverer of liquid refreshment." Schley was a young woman, pretty by most conventional standards, and confident in a way that either made her seem slightly less attractive or much, much more attractive, depending on the observer. Her hair was light for an Apiosan, which meant it was almost black. She had it pulled back, in keeping with the appearance guidelines for palace staff, and she wore the staff uniform, which was simple, functional, cut to be gender-flattering, and made of the absolute finest materials. Schley lowered her hand and smiled. "Where is your student? Don't the formalities dictate that she attend the daily staff meeting?" "First," Wollard said, "her title is protege, not student, as I've told you before, Schley. You are correct that in most cases she would be here. However, one of Lady Jakabitus's ministers will be attending the briefing in person this morning. My protege is awaiting this minister's arrival while I deliver the daily meeting." "Do they have news of the war?" a second young woman blurted. "Did something happen?" She was roughly the same age as Schley, with essentially the same coloration, but she was a bit less pretty and a bit less confident, and as such was totally overshadowed by her friend. Wollard smiled benignly at the woman, but said nothing. The woman blushed slightly and said, "Sorry, query?" Wollard said, "That's quite all right. I understand your anxiety. I recognize Amelie, tender to personal needs. To answer your question, I have no information, nor could I tell you if I did. I doubt, however, that anyone would request a special briefing, travel to the palace, and stand in Lady Jakabitus's presence in order to tell her ladyship that there is nothing noteworthy to report. That said, Amelie, we mustn't get our hopes up. The House Jakabitus has been at war with the Hahn for generations. I don't see that changing any time soon." No one voiced disagreement, and the moment of silence following Wollard's statement cast a pall over the staff. Wollard cleared his throat, returned his gaze to his papers, and continued. "Master Rezo, the heir to the Jakabitus dynasty, has a sports practice session this morning with his tutor, Harcher." Wollard looked up to acknowledge Harcher, who nodded, signaling for Wollard to continue. She wore the same uniform as the rest of the staff, but it rode differently on her tall, muscular physique. Her flaming red hair caused her to stand out further. Like Wollard and his protege, she was an import from a different world, so she lacked the distinctive dark coloration for which the people of Apios were known and envied. "After sports practice and lunch, which will be attended by the ruling family, who will have no guests, Master Rezo will be competing in a sports meet, which his father, Lord Frederain Jakabitus, will attend. I'm certain we all wish him good fortune." The instant the word fortune left Wollard's lips, a male voice cried out, "Query?" Wollard grinned slightly in spite of himself.